Hello guys, welcome to another Android Studio tutorial. So in this video I'll be showing you how to create a web view using Android Studio, how to wrap your URL inside a native web view container, and I'll also be demonstrating how to display a custom error page on network failure. That's when the application encounters an error. Maybe there's a breach in the network connection. I'm going to show you how to display a nice custom error message, and also be demonstrating the swipe down to refresh feature that detects vertical swiping in Android's WebView. So let's begin. So this is the layout of my WebView project right here. Before I continue, I will go to my build Gradle file and add a material, Google Materials and Design dependency, which is this dependency here. I'm going to paste this in the description. Okay, so implementation comes with Google Android Material. So because this is necessary for the swipe, refresh, and layout, so sync this project. Okay, so sync successfully. So now here I'll begin editing this layout. The first thing I'll do is to get rid of this constraint layout. Instead, I'm going to use a relative layout right here. I'm going to get rid of this text field. Okay, so what I'm going to do is to add my swipe to refresh layout, which you can see here. Set this to match parent. Set this to match parent as well. Okay, so I'm going to have a string up bar scrolling view to be underscore behavior. Okay, so there we have it. For now, I think let me just get rid of this. I recall for now. Give this an ID of swipe. Okay. So following this closely will be the web view. This should be match parent. I'm going to give this a match parent as well. I'll give this an ID of let's call this web. Okay. Next, what I'm going to do, just below the swipe refresh layout, I'm going to add a progress bar right here. I'm going to give this a width of wrap content. And I'm just going to set the height to match parent right here. Center vertical, and set it true. Center horizontal, I'm going to set this to true as well. Okay, so that looks good. I need to give this an ID as well. I'll call this progress. Okay, so we can set the style of this here. Find it necessary. There's this here. Got this progress. Alright, so this looks good for this layout right here. So I think everything looks good. So we'll go to the main activity to begin writing our Java codes. Okay, the first thing I'll do here is to get my WebView. I'll call this WebView container. I'll also get my ProgressBar. ProgressBar. I get this variable ProgressBar as well. I also get my swipe refresh layout, because I'll be using that as well. Swipe refresh layout as well. Okay. So I'll find these by ID. So we find view by ID, ID. I think we gave this an ID of web. In ProgressBar, I'll find by ID as well. Give this an ID of progress. Memory serves me correctly. I'm gonna verify this anyway. I think I should verify that now. Okay, this is web, this is progress, and this is swipe. Okay. So swipe refresh layout, give this this would be swipe. Okay. I guess I'm going to set get some settings for the web view. So this will be web view that gets settings. Set JavaScript enabled. This to enable JavaScript content. I'll set this to true. Okay, so this is a warning. It's telling me using JavaScript enable can introduce cross-site scripting vulnerabilities in your application. So we need to address this. So what I'll do here, I'll just click on this light bulb here, notification, and add the suppress feature to it. So that works fine. So I'm gonna get web view that gets settings. Set support zone. There are a lot of parameters that you could pass here. You could check out the I'll just set this to false. Okay. I'll let this be set support zone here, right? So you can check out the documentation on Android Studio and WebView on the page, and there are lots of settings that you can use here to get the kind of feel that you want for your web view. I'm not going to be using all those settings here. I'm just going to use what I think is necessary for this project. Okay, so next I'm going to set DOM storage. Set DOM storage enabled, so this will be true. Okay, so next I'm going to pass my WebView client. This WebView client is what helps the application to be wrapped more like a native WebView container. Okay, so I'm going to pass my WebView client here. Let's set WebView client. I'm going to use WebView client. Okay, so I'm going to give this, I'll call this my web view. This is a class I'm going to create later. View client. Okay, so this looks good. So I think I should create this WebView client class before I proceed with other things. So have your public class my web client. If I got it correctly, extends. Okay, I think this is this here. Okay, so they were not the same name, so extends. This will be extend WebView Client. Okay. So we'll have Control O. So this would be Control O. Give me this window here. This I'm looking for override should override balloon should override URL loading. Okay, I'm gonna use this one. Okay. All right. So now back to this here. I've solved this error. So I'm going to load my URL. WebView.load URL. And so here will be URL that you want to pass of your web page that is live. It's usually advised to pass the one with HTTPS because I don't think Google Play Store allows you to pass just the generic HTTP. So the S is for secure connection. So if you're passing your WebView URL here, you have to have security attached to it. Yeah. Okay, so I'm going to pass in a URL HTTPS. I'll just pass this code limited.com. You can pass your own URL there. Alright, so now the WebView client, what I'm going to do next is I'm going to get rid of this return super. This will return true anyway. Okay, but then I'm going to pass view that loads URL. Then I'll pass in this URL right here. Okay, so that looks good. Okay, so let me quickly do on received error in case there's an error. So I will have I'll have my Control O again. Received. I'm just typing the word so error here. So I think this is what I'm looking for. I'll receive error here. I'll just pick this one. Okay. Alright. So I'm going to get rid of this here. Okay. So I'm going to load the toast message. Get application context. I'm going to write no internet connection. Just len. Okay, let's show. Okay, so what I have to do here, then I need to load a custom error page here. So I'm going to have to do that in an asset folder. So I will create an asset folder here. I'll go to res, right click on res, go to new. I'll go to folder. This is assets folder, so I'll just click on it. I don't want to change location, so I'll just leave it at that. It's finished. Okay, so I have an assets folder. So what I want to have there in the assets folder, I want to have I'm going to create another folder here and call this directory, and I'll just call this this will hold my image here. So there's a folder for my image. So I'm going to get my image from my desktop. Here is the image I want to use. Okay, just copy this image here. You can use your own image, whatever works best for you. Okay, so paste this in. I want to rename this. I'll just rename it to, let's call it gone png. Okay, so this looks good. So there's an image inside this img folder. So in this assets folder, I'm going to create a HTML file if you already created one, you can create one and just copy it into the folder here. But I think I'm just going to create this here quickly. I'll just call it lost.html. Okay, so I think I have this HTML code already written down, so I'll just go copy it from where I wrote it. So copy this here. Alright, so paste this right here. Okay, so I have this showing here. So next I'll go to my main activity here. So below here I'm going to load the web view. Now instead of calling it from a live URL, I'm going to call it from the assets folder. Okay, here. So load, or I think that would be web. Let's see what I used. Okay, web view here. So load URL here. So this will give me file. 123 Android underscore assets / lost. This is lost.html. Okay, so this looks good. I'm just going to verify that my parameters are correct here. So for this background, I'm going to change this to lost. Actually not lost, gone from this here. So this will be gone to PNG. John here. Alright. Alright, so this looks good. Okay, so for what I'm going to tackle next is the progress bar. So when the page starts loading, the progress bar begins to turn. So I need to dismiss the progress bar when the page has finished loading. So what I'll do, I will create just have a on a page started and on page finished kind of my method right here. So I'll do Control O. So I have I want to do on page started first. So I have on page started, which you can see right here. Just click on this. So on page started, what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna set progress bar dot set visibility. This will be visible. Okay, so let's start for that. So I'm going to do on page finished as well. So Control O again, Control O on your keyboard. Then just start typing on page finished here, and just click on this. So on page finished, I'm going to set visibility to gone. So I'll have progress bar that set visibility to be gone. Okay. Alright. So what I'm gonna do now, it's the swipe and refresh layout. I'm gonna do it right here. Okay. So I will have set on refresh listener, which is this variable here. So I'll have swipe refresh set on refresh listener. Okay, I'm gonna pass in some parameters here. This will be new, so I refresh listener. So I'll just click on the first one here, so it gives me the rest. Just press enter. Okay. Okay, so I'll have swipe refresh set what I'll do is set refreshing. Okay, let this be true. Okay, so I want to have a handler. here. Post delete, new runnable. Okay, so I have give a comma right here. Just give okay. I think that's should bring this right here. Oops. Let me see what I can do. Okay, what I'll do here, I'm gonna set a comma right here. Set a comma right here. Okay, so I'll just begin editing this here. So I have swipe refresh layout that's set refreshing to false here. So here I'm going to load my WebView that loads the URL I want to refresh. I'm going to reload the same URL I passed, so this will be https code flare limited.com. Okay, so here I'm going to pass in a delay of 3 seconds. That's 3003 seconds. Okay, works good. Alright, so everything looks good. We could try to change we try to add some fancy look to this by setting color schemes for this layout here. So what I can do, okay, so what I can do here, I can do swipe refresh layout. It's set color scheme. Yeah. So we'll have here get resources, get color. So I'm going to pass in Android color hello. You can set as many colors as you want to here. So I get resources, get color, pass Android R color. Let me use orange here. I'm going to just pass 2 more so the effects can be visible. Set this to green dark. Okay, so just 1 more. Get resources, get color. Let's be Android color. This would be, I'll just give this red. Okay. Alright, so this looks good. So one thing I'm going to add before I run this program is to add the permission to use the internet. I want to have permission to use the internet right here. So here I will have users permission. I will use the internet, so this will be this. Okay, so I'm just gonna do this quickly. Copy this. I'm gonna set this to view. Okay. Alright, so we're ready to test this application and see how it goes. So click on this run file and wait for it to build. Hopefully it shouldn't take a long time. Okay. So this usually takes this color here. It's more like if I should go to the colors, so you can see here color accents. So if you want to change the color of that swipe of that progress bar, you can change it from here. Okay. All right. So I'm going to power up this here. Okay. Okay, so this is a web view. It's gonna okay, so the page is loading. Alright, so there we go, having something on the screen, but you can see. Alright, so this is what we have here, guys. So this is the page on the screen. So this could be any URL that you added to the screen. So what I'm going to try to do, I'm going to disconnect from the Wi-Fi network. Or before that, let me go to the top right here. Okay, so I'll just try to see our swipe to refresh feature. Let's see if it works out. Okay, so you can see. So I have the refresh feature, so you can see it is refreshing the page. So you can see our swipe to refresh feature is working very fine. Okay, so what I'm going to do next, I'm going to disconnect from the internet and try to test out the custom error page that we built and see how it goes. So what I will do here, I'll swipe to refresh again as well. Okay, I didn't disconnect. I'm going to turn off the Wi-Fi. Okay, I think that works good. Just swipe to refresh again. So you can see the hollow colors are the ones I created. So this is what I created, guys. Just a very basic HTML page. It doesn't really do much, okay, which you can see here. Okay, so just a very basic page here, so you can design your own custom error page as best as you want it to be. So this makes a whole lot of sense. Instead of just having that page displaying right there permanently on the screen, you have this custom error page that is served to the users. So when the network comes on, I want to turn on my Wi-Fi. We can also swipe down to refresh as well. So you can see the color schemes I set here are the ones that are turning up, which you can see here. So you can see it makes a whole lot of sense, okay, to do this. Alright, so thank you guys for watching this tutorial. If you like this video, please subscribe,